Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is me and this is Harry. This video is about one of the worst experiences I have ever had in Thailand, and I'm still not 100% yet. This is about food poisoning. One of the aspects of living here in Thailand, as you know, or even visiting here, is the abundance of amazing food. And one of the things about that is that food is regularly available anywhere on any street corner, blah 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 blah. And the regulation of street vendors' food, it's not really there, to be honest with you. So whereas most of the time you'll be able to enjoy the culinary delights of Thailand without any problem, from time to time you could be struck down by whatever it is I was struck down with about, what time is it now? Jeepers creepers. It was about less than 24 hours ago. And it wasn't a street vendor's food, it was home cooked. And I have noticed this about...
I want to say something.
You say something. Harry wants to say something.
My mommy broke Daddy's glass camera.
Did she? Oh, the glass. He's saying that Mammy broke the lens cover one day. She opened it, the camera was on top of the fridge, she closed the fridge and the camera fell off, and luckily enough that's all that was damaged. But anyway
It cracked.
okay, Harry, I've got to tell the guys this, okay? So basically speaking, one of the things that I've seen here is that raw meat will be stored in a refrigerator above cooked meat, and I've seen that more than once in various places. And of course I'm not naming where I've seen it, but there you go. I was presented with a meal domestic at home. I'm trying to choose my words carefully, you know. I was presented with a meal yesterday, my lunch, or brunch let's call it, mid-morning, and it was kind of fried pork with some kind of chilies or whatever, and I forget what the name of these things are. They're regularly available elsewhere or everywhere in Thailand, but after I ate them, within about an hour I started feeling bloated. Didn't think much of it. I had a long drive ahead of me, not a long drive, a drive ahead of me up to Pontutini, to our house that we go to at the weekends. This is yesterday, and as I was driving, it wasn't too bad. I just didn't feel 100%, a bit bloated, that's all I thought it was. So when I got to where we were going, I lay down with himself. He had a bit of a sniffle, so he fell asleep and I fell asleep. But I woke up about an hour later and I had to go to the bathroom and I threw up, and it was really unpleasant, really unpleasant, so much so that after I'd gone through it, I was sweating and disorientated. I would lay back down on the bed, I don't know, slept again for another half an hour, back up again, same thing. Sweaty and disorientated, feeling absolutely terrible. Then after, it was a process. This went on over about 2 or 3 hours. And then when it got close to time to going home at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, my stomach contents were empty and I was bile. I'm sorry to go into details on this, but that's what it was. And I started to feel a bit better as I lay down, you know, but when I got up to go, I normally do the drive at weekends, and I sat in the driver's seat of the car, turned on the air conditioning because it was completely sweating like a pig. Couldn't even begin to think of driving, and that's never happened to me in my life before. I've had cases where I wasn't well, but I've always managed to be able to drive. I had my wits about me, but this knocked me for six. I just didn't know where I was, so I got into the back of the car and she drove home, and then the monsoon started, which added to the fucking traffic and that. Anyway, got back to the gaff and I started getting cramps in my legs from sitting in the back of the car. I was lying down all day, it was horrible cramps, and I couldn't stand up in the car. And as she pulled into the condo here, I just said, let me out, got out of the car and stood up. And it was the combination of the severe pain from the cramps and the just disorientation from the food poisoning. Harry, mind yourself, don't hit the camera, come around this side. But basically, one of the security guards helped me from the car to the main door, the foyer here. and I have a walk behind me. Just behind me here, there's an outdoor walkway. It was pissing rain, and I had to walk that,
Yeah.
and I didn't think I was going to make it. I got a redness. Harry, don't do that, Harry. I got a redness before my eyes, and totally weak. Harry, will you please? And totally weak.
You're looking at.
And I'd never felt so. Harry, I'd never felt so sick in my life. Anyway, Harry, will you please? Okay, sit up. So I never felt so sick in my life. Got into the house, and I couldn't. I had to get up to turn on the air conditioning, and I was so weak. I had to stand up in the bed to do it. Didn't know where the remote was, and it took all my strength to do it, and I just fell back down on the bed, and on and off. That was about 7 o'clock. I woke up during the night to sip water, and on and off during the night doing that. But basically I woke up again properly about 8 o'clock this morning, and that was 12 hours sleeping.
Yeah, I'm sick with me.
And where I'm probably, I would say,
Yeah, I'm sick with me.
75 to 80%, I'm still a bit queasy. I've had breakfast, I've had something to eat, which is the fried bread, not the fried little donutty bread they have here. I don't know what it's called. It's like literally like donuts. They fry it. It's dough fried dough, and it's quite popular in Thailand. And I didn't want to eat, but she bought it and I ate it, and I feel okay. But that's the deal now.
Let me see.
What are you doing?
Let me see some clothes.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm trying to talk to the guys. Okay, let me talk to the guys. So basically, I've had this before, but this has been the worst one. I googled food poisoning in Thailand, as you do when you're lying around trying to recover from something, and E. coli came up. I don't know whether it's probably the most common form. It's not necessarily that serious all the time, but it can be. But all I'm saying, guys, is this has been the worst experience of my life in Thailand, and it knocked me for 6. So whatever you do, you're eating your food. This is what I would avoid. This is what I would avoid. Now this is personal. I'm not saying anything. Harry, don't do that, please. I'm not saying anything wrong about anybody.
Here?
Harry, Annie, will you just give me a second?
Are you coming here?
Well, come around here and ask them. He wants to know, are you coming here? Wait, this is a real video from the Heartlands. I mean, honestly, this is.
Are you coming here? I'm gonna play with everyone.
Harry wants to know if you're coming here and he'll play with you all. So, the last time I had this, it was with not shrimp, squid, barbecued squid on the street. Jesus Christ Almighty!
Barbecue.
That was a bummer.
Someone
I
squished
think it
a
was bad
frog
for 3
there.
days after that.
Yeah, and someone squished a frog there.
So what I avoid is I was down the market the other night and I saw this lady selling shellfish, beautiful looking oysters. They were all displayed on trays of ice.
Someone make
But you see, the problem with that is it's the ice. They're resting on trays of ice, and it's about 30 odd degrees.
Someone squished a frog there.
And there's no way of regulating the temperature of the food. So although it's on ice, you don't know what's going on. But I would never, and I said it to her, it was beautiful looking, but I couldn't. I wasn't going to take the risk of eating shellfish off the street. That's just me. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, of course, but that's just me. I wouldn't take the risk of eating shellfish off the street because of the fact that you just don't know. And shellfish is probably one of the most dangerous. Pork is obviously another thing anyway, but that's what I ended up eating yesterday. Okay, go on.
Someone squished a frog there.
Huh?
Someone squished a frog there.
Will you say it to the camera? Don't say it there. Come around here.
Someone squished a frog there.
Someone switched the frog?
Squish the frog there.
Oh, squished the frog. Somebody squished the frog. There's lots of frogs around here. It's the rainy season.
Yeah, someone squished.
And so he's saying somebody squished the frog. Anyway, I'm feeling very squishy at the moment, and I hope that you get some benefit from this video.
Daddy,
And
why are you feeling squishy?
I'm feeling squishy because I had something bad to eat yesterday, Harry.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, that's the deal. So the worst experience of my life in Thailand. There you are. And guys, I hope you don't think that this is a bad experience. This video is meant to be a good experience for you. And if you think it is, make sure you click that like button, the share button, the subscribe button, do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Harry, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, poo-poo
Come here.
head.
Say goodbye and subscribe.
Goodbye, poo-poo head monster.
Goodbye, poo-poo head monster, whoever you are. Take care. See you next time. Thank you.